Hey everybody, I'm ready to do math and I'm hoping you are too. We are now on lesson 4, session 1, and I realize that some of the packets I made are missing a number. Oops, I'm so sorry. It is lesson 4, session 1, explore finding missing add-ins. That means you're doing blank plus 4 gets me to 8. Those kinds of things where you're missing one of those numbers you're supposed to add together. Okay, so let's see. So it says, try it. Blank dogs play in a field. The number there is 8. 8 dogs play in a field. 3 dogs leave. How many dogs still play? So I need to read it 3 times. I need to circle the numbers. It says, 8 dogs play in a field. Circle 8. If you got a packet, you're going to write the number 8 and circle it. 8 dogs play in a field. 3 dogs leave. Circle 3. How many dogs still play? So this is where you need to know, what am I doing with the 8 and the 3? What do they want? So let's read it one more time and see if we can find out what we're going to box. 8 dogs play in a field. 3 dogs leave. How many dogs still play? You're going to put a box around leave, because leave means they're gone. Whether it was 3 cookies and you ate them, whether it was 3 dogs and they ran away, if they leave, then it is subtracting. So I've written on my board 8, circled 8, 3, and I put a box around leave. That tells me I'm doing 8 minus 3, and you're looking for how many are left. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to use counters and figure this out. So I have my dots up here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I know this is 4 because they all have a partner. 4 plus 4 is 8. Okay, this is where it says try it. If you notice right here, it says try it. That's where you need to pause and see if you can figure out how many dogs are still playing after 3 leave. Okay, so hit pause and try it. All right. You're coming back to see me. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to draw it because I want you to see. I'm counting out 8 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One way that you could show this is you draw 8 dots and you cross out 3. 1, 2, 3. You are not going to erase them because it shows that you're doing 8 as a whole minus 3. So don't erase them. You're just going to put an X through them. Now I'm going to count how many dogs I have left. I know that this row was 4 because I did 4 plus 4 equals 8. So 4, counting on 5. So 8 minus 3 is 5. Now on the bottom line, you're going to put a 5 in there for 5 dogs play. That's your answer. I put these dots up here though because I wanted to show you all the different ways that we can make 8. So what we're doing is we're working on number bonds. So here I have a number bond of 3 plus 5 equals 8. That is a number bond to get me to 8. But there's a lot of other ways that I could do 8. 3 and 5 is one way. I'm going to work on another way for you. So I want you to write this on your page, even though this is not what the book is asking us to do, your teacher is. So we're trying to get all to 8. So on one side, I want you to write 4 of those, okay? Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 blue dots plus 0 red dots. Now I'm going to take one of these blue ones and I'm going to trade it in for a red one. Now I know 4, 5, 6, 7 plus that 1 red dot equals 8. So these are all the number bonds for 8. Now I'm like, oh, that looks so pretty. I'm going to take that one away. I'm going to add another one. So now I have 4, 5, 6 plus 1, 2. Now I know 6 plus 2 equals 8. Gosh, that just looks so darn pretty. Let's take another one. 4, count on, 5, plus 1, 2, 3, red dots. If you notice, this number is going down like we've seen on other times, and this number is going up because I'm taking 1 away from these blue. I'm taking 1 away, and I'm making it red. So this side is B for blue, and this side is R for red. Okay, now I have 4, and I can't count on because I only have 4, plus this whole row is red. And I know there's 4 in a row, so 4 plus 4 equals 8. Those are all the number bonds. Now, if I take this one away and I'm like, you know what, I really want more red. Now it becomes 4, 5, plus 1, 2, 3. So now I'm just flipping it backwards. There it is. Now I'm like, you know what? Let's keep going. 4, 5, 6. 6 red plus 1, 2 blue. 8. These are all the different ways you can make 8 number bonds. Just gonna keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. 4, 5, 6, 7. My number isn't changing over here. It's always 8. But the number of how I break it down is different. And then 1 blue. Now I have 0 and 8. So all of these can be flipped around. The only one that can't is this double stacked. Because no matter what, I'm going to have 4 red and 4 blue, 4 blue, 4 red, 4 red, 4 blue, 4 blue, 4 red, no matter how you swap it out. So I think that's a really cool way for you to see all of the different number bonds of how to make 8. So make sure you're writing this down in that big space right up here. Okay. Now you're going to turn the page, and we are on page 78. It says connect it. 5 dogs still play in the field. The dogs who left came back. Now there are 8 dogs again. How many came back? So we're doing a fact family. 8 minus 5 equals 5 plus blank equals 8. Blank dogs came back. So I'm going to erase this. There's a whole lot of words in this problem. A whole lot of words. So we need to look and see what numbers we circle, because your first step is circle the numbers. You guessed it. You always have to circle those numbers because all of these words are so confusing. There's so many. So let's circle the numbers. We should all read it 3 times. So 5 dogs still play in the field. So we have 5 dogs. So we're going to circle 5. There's 5 dogs that are still playing. This is a new problem. So circle 5. The dogs who left came back. We don't know how many came back. We have 5. Now there are 8 dogs. So we had 5. 8 came back. They got added back in. Now we're at 8. How many came back? So you could draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then count on until you get to 8. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Right? Good. Now we know that 8 minus 5 is 3. 5 plus 3 equals 8. 3 plus 5 equals 8. 8 minus 3 equals 5. Look, I did a fact family. Here's my subtraction. Inside, I did my addition. So normally I lump those together, but it's 5 plus 3, and then 8 minus 5 equals 3. So you have 3 dogs that came back. That's it. 3 dogs. All right, so now we're turning to the next page. These are the green pages that are practice. It says Prepare for finding missing addends. Think about what you know about addends. Fill in the boxes. Use words, pictures, and numbers. So this is really where you get to be creative and think how you want. It's talking about all of those addends. And addends, as we talked about, are two numbers that you add together to equal a whole new number. So some of the examples of addends are where we have that number bond like this. So one of the boxes you could put 5 plus 5. Hopefully you know 5 plus 5 is a friend of 10. It's a friend of 10. So I think it has it like this. It has the lines up. So there's one example you could put in a box. Another example that you could put in your box is dots. You could have 2 dots plus 4 dots. That's a model. That equals 6 dots. Look, there's my 2, and there's my 4, but it's a drawing. Okay, you could also do anything you want, and then point an arrow. This is your addend. That's not an addend. This is an addend. Addend. These are both addends. This is the sum. All right, so any of those would work. Any other way that you want to do it would work. If you want to just do some addition equations and put them in there, that's totally fine. It works for me. Below number 2, it says, John says the missing addend is 3. Do you agree? Explain. So first we have to solve it. 4 plus blank equals 6. So John is saying this number's 3. So he says it's 3. But we have 4 plus blank equals 6. There's a lot of different ways you could do this. You could do your fingers 4, and then you stop counting until you get to 6. 4, 5, 6, 2. Or you could draw dots. Drawing always helps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to count on until you get to 6. So 4, 5, 6. I drew 2 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I did it 2 different ways. Both are correct. One is with your fingers and one is not. And that is totally fine. The missing addend, though, is 2. It's not 3. So you will say, no, that is not right. The missing addend is 2, not 3. So this is an addend, this is an addend, this is your total amount. It's also called the sum. When you add 2 addends together, you get the sum, okay? I want some of that. No. Now we are on the little birdie page, okay? Solve the problem, show your work. 7 birds sit in a tree. 2 birds fly away. How many birds still sit in the tree? You are welcome to draw birds on this page. Just remember that this is not art class. This is about math. So you can draw circles, squares, whatever works for you, but just remember you're not spending a ton of time on it. Okay, what is this problem trying to tell us? What are we trying to answer? What information is important when I read this? The most important thing are the numbers. So we're going to circle the numbers. 7 birds sit in a tree. I'm just going to write it down. You are going to circle it. 7. 2 birds fly away. 2 birds fly away. Oh, if they fly away, that must mean I'm subtracting. I'm going to put a box around away. That's telling me what I'm doing. They're going away. How many birds still sit in the tree? So you could draw 7 birds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's my birds. Okay, again, I'm not drawing the whole body. It's not art class, but this does keep it kind of fun. So I have 7 birds sit in the tree. I have my 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 2 birds fly away. Again, I'm not going to erase them because it shows my thinking and it shows Miss Blam that I originally had 7. So I'm going to cross out 1, 2. Now I need to know what 7 minus 2 is. I'm going to count the leftover birds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5. If I know 7 minus 2 is 5, I can flip it to make a fact family and know that 2 plus 5 equals 7. I can keep going with that if I wanted to. Here's the rest of the fact family. 7 minus 5 equals 2. Oh, we already did the other subtraction. Subtraction always starts with the biggest number. Addition is going to end with the biggest number. So the other addition one is 5 plus 2 equals 7. I like to say, same players, different parts. So it says blank birds sit in a tree. Your answer is going to be 5 birds. I say same players, different parts because I am dealing with the same 3 numbers. 7, 2, 5, 2, 5, 7, 7, 5, 2, 5, 2, 7. Same players, different parts. They just come in different orders when you have a fact family. All right, that is it for today. So awesome job. I'm super proud of you. Good work.